Let's do it. Let's do it. I am live. It is Friday night. And relax. All is right with the world as we know it, because Woolly is in his rightful place. We have the washing line set up behind us, as always, guys, making sure that we are doing everything just right. It is Friday Night Live at Woolys, guys, and it is a beautiful sunny evening. It feels like a bit of a shame to be sitting in here talking to you guys. I think we are probably going to have to next month at some stage. We are going to have to do our Friday Night Live is going to have to be live from Red Branch. I think that is going to have to be, that is on the cards, isn't it? Now that we have a Red Branch Bushcraft channel and all that. So, guys, let me know who's out there. Say hello. I had shown me one person, but I don't trust YouTube. Okay, that's not right. So, guys, tonight's topic of conversation to whet your appetite is going to be firewood tools. Firewood tools. Be Jesus. So, what do we use? What do we use the most? What do we use for splitting, cutting, driving, collecting, all that stuff, guys? And do you look after your own equipment? I like tools. Thomas, how's it going? BFP, Simon, how's it going? It's weird the way it works like that. The way YouTube works like that is that nothing happens and then all of a sudden everything happens. Hello. Well, welcome everybody. Guys, yeah, so I like tools. I do like tools. I like firewood tools, especially. I like chainsaws. I like axes. I like knives. I like sledgehammers. I like I like the brutal simplicity of an axe and a sledgehammer and all that sort of stuff. Also, the beauty that comes with a well-made tool as well, guys. I really can appreciate this. I do feel like I'm a little bit dark tonight, even though it is quite bright out. That's a bit better. Let's change that light over. How is that? Guys, so let's do it. I have written a list. This is what I have so far. Axes and chainsaws. I went alphabetically because I thought I'm bound to miss something. Okay? I'm bound to miss something. Okay. Okay, I have written a list, right? I have not written a list. I have written most of the alphabet, and I'm going to go through it alphabetically. But first, I'm going to regale you with tales of my brilliance. And TUVW. What comes after W in the alphabet? Tales of my brilliance. You're not saying anybody comments. These are my snake eyes. So, what have I been up to? So basically, what have I been doing this week? We have a family event coming up, so I've been spending a lot of time getting organized for that family event. I've been cutting grass. I did about 3 hours cutting grass today because it has been raining. It has been raining, right? So rain. I have a lot of grass to take care of. Not at my house. I have a little bit at my house. It takes me maybe half an hour. But down at Red Branch, I have a lot of grass. So that is what I was doing this afternoon. But today, I was away up in one of my local cities this morning, and I was just in a part of the city where all it was basically car dealerships. It was just bizarre. No, I know it's a bit strange tonight. I wonder, is it, Thomas, I wonder, is it because it's hopper stock is on as well, isn't it? And we're coming into the summer, guys. The grass is growing mental. It is growing so much. I had to cut the grass at the house twice this week. It is like so much growth at the minute. It's like everything is just finally bursting. It's like it's all just been waiting, and now kablamo, there it goes. It's like everything is just growing and growing and growing. So yes, I was cutting grass today. I had the orc out again. Yeah, God knows, God knows. But you listen, we'll crack on anyway. So, what have I been doing, guys? I had to go into the saw shop. The Honda brush cutter is okay. It's okay. There's no damage done to it that your man can figure out at all. It seems to be but it's not working okay. So there's some issue with some return valve or something that he needs to free up. It just seems like it has become a little bit seized or something. But everything else is fine. There's no damaged piston, cylinder, nothing like that is damaged. So I went in to collect it on Monday, and it was in 200 pieces on the floor of the shop, or on the table of the shop. And he was like, "Okay, so this is what we're looking at." But I took the 435 with me. 435. The 435. I took the 435 with me, and we give it a wee tune up. There it goes. Looks like YouTube is finally catching up on people now. Okay, 7. Wow, it just went from 1 to 7. So what has happened? Guys, get those thumbs up there. Come on. 7 people watching. I need 7 thumbs up. So, oh, Doug, you can stay, and you will stay. Nah, I'm only messing. Yeah, I saw your wee video. It looked cool. You are bringing a lot of saws. Are you planning on selling? Or are you just bringing it to show them? So it's like, so he tuned it. He gave the 435 a tune up, and then I had to cut down trees in my neighbor's garden, and I don't know why they would hold that. I don't know why YouTube would hold that for review. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, so and it was flying. It was a little bit at the start, but it was flying. It was flying. No issues whatsoever. He turned up one screw. He turned up the big screw at the top, and then he sort of played with the other screws, and he sat and did stuff, and made potions and all that sort of stuff. It sure does, Simon. Thank you very much. Hello, Avery. So it's like it's flying. It just seems to be back to normal. It's starting first time and everything, and it just seems to be running well. But I do need to get it into some wood. I was cutting. Here's a question for you: can you burn palm trees? I know you can burn everything, but is it worth your while burning palm trees? Maybe I should Google that. Can you burn? Oh, Jesus, can you type? Can you burn palm tree wood? No, don't bother. Don't bother. Can you burn it or using it for anything? It burns very fast and produces little heat. Yeah, I think I will just take that down and chuck that in the bin. Yes, palm trees as firewood, guys. Because he has palm trees. Believe it or not, I don't understand why, but I live in this little part of a village in the middle of South Armagh, which is not in a tropical environment, but all the houses around me have got like 20-foot palm trees. I don't understand. So, Mark, how's it going? I don't understand, you know, sometimes when you see if I'm around at the log shed at the side of the house, in the background there's palm trees and stuff, and that's my neighbor across the road. Guy next door, he had a good 10 palm trees in his garden. I cut them all down from yesterday, and it's like, you know, why all the palm trees? I don't understand. Guys, this time next week is the head shave as well, so exciting times ahead. So this time next week I'm going to go live at the usual time on Woolys World up here. Well, I'm going to do the head shave. So I'm going to shave my head, and then I'm going to do the beard and stuff like that, and everybody can donate or do whatever and have the crack, and we're all going to be drinking champagne and eating popcorn and all that fun stuff that we probably won't be doing any of. But that is the plan for next week. The hair is coming on well. I am afraid that when I shave it all off, it'll just be, I'll have like bald. I don't know. I have no idea. It's like every garden has them, except ours. We don't have any. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And like the ones across the street are massive, massive big things. Like, well, you know, for a palm tree. So they're about 10, 12 inches on the stump, you know, really, really tall. And this is what I didn't realize, right? Okay. Have you ever wanted to test how effective your chainsaw trousers are at stopping your chain? Hit a palm leaf. My God, chain just went, yeah, just dead stop. Absolutely dead stop. No more Peter Sutcliffe. Somebody was calling me Rolf Harris the other day as well, which is equally as bad now, isn't it? Jesus. Okay. See, I'm trying to. As you can tell, I am as prepared as always. So while we were talking, I am coming up with stuff about firewood and firewood production. Okay, so that is the plan. That is what we want to talk about tonight. But sure, listen, we can talk crap about other stuff first. It's not a very big deal. Come over here, lamp. Sit down for me now, lamp. But like if I was to do a hands up or a survey, we got 11 people here. In the comments, guys, axe or splitter? I know this is the thing, Simon. It's like a, you know, pick the worst, roll the dice. Do you go to hell or do you go to hell? So, axe or splitter when it comes to splitting wood, and by axe I mean maul. I mean, you know, anything that has a handle and you swing. So let me know, guys, in the comments, axe or splitter. Let's see what we have. 10 people watching. This should be good. Okay. Mark's a splitter. BFP is an axe. I'm an axe man, obviously. Come on, guys. Come on, get those comments in. Let me see what's going on. I want to know the breakdown. I want to see who uses a splitter, who uses an axe, and why. Why? Okay. Dino's on an axe as well. Lovely stuff, Dino. Thank you very much. We'll give another minute and then we'll move on. Okay, so one splitter. Mark, you're looking like the only splitter. I know Pat has a splitter as well, but he's not on. I know Doug uses an axe. He's not on. And I know Roddy uses an axe as well. And I wonder, is it a financial? A guy uses a splitter as well. Good man, HMA. You're very welcome, buddy. Well, guys, what I mean by axe is I mean a maul as well. Same thing. I'm not going into subcategories. I'm going, you either use a splitter or you use something with a handle to split. You know, so if you use something with a handle, just say it's an axe. Okay. Simon is an axe. I'm going to say HMA is an axe, and I'm going to say Brian, you're an axe as well. Okay, interesting. Okay, so does that correspond to the amount of people that you guys that are using splitters are using the US or Canada, and you guys that are using axes are using Europe? That is my question. Okay, because it, for me, I have never physically laid hands on a wood splitter in my life. Never seen one. Never seen one. Of course, Mark. I understand. It's not. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm not saying anybody is less of anything or more of anything for using one or the other. That's not my point. What I'm trying to see is I just want to see if for special applications. Do you own a splitter? It is that. It is that, boy. It is very satisfying. Okay, so there's a lot of different reasons, right? There's a lot of different reasons why somebody uses an axe over somebody uses a splitter. For me, it is a combination of I can't afford a splitter, I enjoy swinging the axe, and it is a really good workout, okay? But as I get older, right, this one, the really good workout one, is probably going to sort of backfire on me, okay? So I'm not going to be fit to do it because it is so much of a physical thing, right? So that is probably going to end up with the monetary thing, and then you're going to lose this, you know, because it's good. It's for me, it's good for me to be swinging an axe and be splitting wood, okay? Yeah, hydraulic splitter, guys. Hydraulic splitter versus an axe. That's what I'm talking about here. Hydraulic, I don't know, flywheel, whatever the version is. That's what I mean by splitter. Okay. A Wolf Ridge 28-ton. Well, do you know what, Mark? That will get it done, won't it? That will get it done. So, you know, like those splitters are a big investment. And we definitely do not have access to the same type of splitters over here at all, you know. So I know Easton Made is making inroads into the UK market, but I really don't see the market being there for them. I really don't see there's enough unless they're managing to sell this stuff to commercial people. But I don't see a commercial person buying something like that because it's too much work. What they are going to be looking at is some sort of processor that you put logs, you know, you put raw timber in one end and bags of logs come out the other end. You just press buttons, you know. Simon has a PTO tractor splitter. Okay, guys, we're looking 7-3. 7-3. Well, that's 4. But BFP, you prefer a maul. You prefer an axe or a maul or the equivalent, yeah? Now, I would like to try a splitter, but I think I don't know. What is it, a kinetic splitter you call the one that's really fast? Is that it? What's the one? Woodsman, you need to get yourself an axe, buddy. I told you this. I'll recommend a good one to you. Let me see now. What am I saying? What am I saying? I don't remember what I was saying now. Excuse me. Okay, so I enjoy the splitting aspect of it. Okay, now when it comes to axes and axe maintenance, there's not a lot, right? There's not a lot. You sharpen it the odd time, you oil down the handle. That's about it. Yes, it warms you about 10 times if you get firewood the way I do it, because it warms you once going up the mountain with the wheelbarrow, warms you cutting it with the saw, warms you splitting it with the axe, warms you taking it down the mountain, warms you filling it into the truck, you know, driving home, take it out the truck, and then stack it, you know. Yeah, no wonder. I'm like a goat. I'm like a goat with a big fat belly. Oh, it's good crack. It is. It is, and there's lots of good techniques that you can use to help you increase your production. You know, like the bungee on a chain is a good one. You know, if you've a load of logs and you put them all down on the ground, or even just one big round and it's on the ground, and just wrap the chain around it with the bungee and just split, lift, where you go, to increase your production. A tire will also increase your production as well, guys. Listen, don't mind me. I've been driving all day, so I have like this real tension headache. Probably had it last week as well, didn't they? Strange that YouTube's giving me a headache. Eh? So, I'm only joking. No, I do have a headache, but I'm only joking. It's not YouTube. So that is what I would say. You know, I am an axe man. I do like axes. I think tools like the axe and tools like the knife, like a knife, not the knife, like a knife. I feel that they are a beautiful tool. I think what is nice about them is that they are completely functionable. Okay, they are designed to function, to do one thing, and to do that thing really, 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 really well. To do it so well that we haven't really bothered to change it that much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it still performs all the basic functions from the first thing that we carved out of flint way back in the 1960s. You know, so that's what I like about them. I like that an axe is the same. It has a basic function, you know, and an axe has not changed. An axe has changed even less than than a knife. Do you know what I mean? So sheep axes. Hate those sheep axes. You want a nice Hultifer's axe stand. That would suit you down to the ground. Where's my Hulti? Oh no! My axe is not in its axe position. It's okay. I found it, guys. This is one of my favorite axes, and you guys have seen this a lot. Dan, this is a super axe. I don't know if you're going to get them. I got this new for about £50. I think they've gone all up market and they're not £50 anymore. But this is the Hultifer's hunting axe, and this is about 22 inches long. Oh no, sure, you can find nothing when you need it. It's about 22 inches long. And is a great axe for bushcraft and a great axe for campcraft and stuff. It'll split wood. It's long enough that you can swing it to take down a tree, and you know it performs a lot of stuff. And it is it's called a hunter's axe, I think, because it has a rounded pawl here, so that you can, when you're skinning, you can get this in underneath, and you can separate the skin from the meat without puncturing anything. Yeah, me, I am 5'7". Yeah, I know, and like this is made in Sweden, right? And it's a Hultifer's, but it says Hultsbruks on it. You know, and you hear Buchan talking about Hultsbruks all the time. You see the way it says HB on it, you know. So I never could actually figure out the difference between Hultifer's and Hultsbruks. You know, and that for me is an excellent all-round axe. That's also the axe I use for making kindling and stuff. Okay, so you know, I like the old stuff. I like, you know, I have the vintage. I have a classic Grand Furs Brooks axe up on the wall there. That's the Buchan Special. You know, so it was an antique axe head before. You know, obviously before. You know, when he handled it. The thing about these, and especially the axes, is that they get better with age. Do you know what I mean? Like that looks class, you know, because it's patinaed and it's been battered, and you know it's got, you know, it's just a good axe. Mark, take it easy. Thank you, buddy. Like, but they, you know, Grand Forest Brooks, Dan, you know, if you ask somebody, oh, I want to get a Bushcraft Axe, what'll you get? They say, oh, get a Grand Forest Brooks. Guys, as far as I can see, the Hultifers are just as good and about half the price. 100 quid. But Dan, they come up on Facebook Marketplace all the time, and the Bushcraft trade posts and everything. People are always shifting them on, you know. I wouldn't be paying any more than 60 quid for it. And I would try knivesandtools.co.uk. That's what it's called, but it's actually in Holland. I think that's the place where I get mine. And that's a beautiful axe, but that's a wedge banger. Like you wouldn't want to be carrying that about with you. I might cut down another tree with this. I feel like there is an axe video cutting down a tree coming. Who would like to see that? Get it in the comments. Look at my crazy eyes. Get it in the comments, guys, if you would or not. Yes or no. Hello, dogs.
Hello, husband.
Hello, wife. Now, that is axes. Guys, I'm going to go to B and I'm going to talk about boots, right? But I'm not going to talk about boots. I'm going to go straight to P and I'm going to talk about PPE. Okay, PPE. I had a fair few cold steel tomahawks as well. No, I didn't have a fair few. I had one and I customized it. I did all the different things with it. And I just could not see a purpose. I couldn't see a purpose. It just didn't fit into anything I was trying to do. It wasn't heavy enough for me. No, it just I could do the same stuff with a knife as I could do with a tomahawk. Whereas with this, with the Hultifers, I could do more with this than I could with the tomahawk. That's what I always found. And I had a couple of tomahawks, and I actually still have one down in the shed. Jesus, I meant to show you that one. I better write that down. That is actually the. I nearly said the Dewalt. It's not Dewalt. It's an Estwing. It's an Estwing. And that's the Estwing Tactical Tomahawk. Won't be a very. That thing is made from one piece of steel with a rubber handle. It's like a big pointy hammer. Well, you see, this is the thing. This is the thing. This to me is light enough to carry on my back, right? Whereas the tomahawk was also light enough to carry on my back. And this is actually I carry this on my belt, especially in the winter, and I don't notice it, you know. And it has the weight behind it and the length behind it that you can get a good swing at a tree. And it, you know, it has, you know, you can beat stuff with the back of it. It takes an edge, you know, a good enough edge that you can feather stick with it as well when you're putting it into a bushcraft form or bushcraft thing, you know. So, Chippy, how's it going, buddy? So, what's for throwing? What is for throwing? So it's, you know, I went through a couple of tomahawks and then I decided to get this. And when I got this, I was like, that's it. And I have never got another one. So I maybe have this 5 years. You know, it's a serious piece of kit, you know, and it's, you know, you can one-hand it if you need to go melee against orcs or something like that. Or if you're, you know, if there's a zombie apocalypse and you need a hammer in one hand and an axe in the other, and it doesn't wear you out, you know. Do you know, I had one of those little 22-inch Estwing. No, it wasn't. What's the wee camp axe, the wee Estwing camp axe? And I just recently gave it to my uncle there because it has literally sat in my shed since I got it and I've never used it. And it was just rusting. I was like, I don't have a use for this because I use this all the time. Do you know what I mean? True Northman review. How's it going? It is the perfect kit to be fighting orcs with, you know. But there is always something better. Always something better. When it comes to the slaying of orcs, you need a weapon that has two blades. And that is for the slaying of orcs. Now that is an axe I must get out and swing again, guys. Really, really, really. This is just going to talk into it. This is just turning into an hour talking about axes. But I am okay with that. I really, really am. Now, let's have a look at this. Who did I miss? Guys, who did I miss? Who came in there? This, and I am sure that you guys have seen this before. This is an antique. This is a Belknap bluegrass double bit axe. It is slightly beaten up, slightly battered, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is. Here, let me get up. I don't know how I'm going to show you this with the light. Maybe if I go like this. Now, I have cut down trees with this, and I have videos, guys. Peppy, how's it going? Watershed Overlook. Who have I missed? Dual wield, yes, dual wielding. Now you'd be doing well to dual wield this if you had the Grand Force Brooks in one hand and the Hultafors in the other hand. Maybe with the Grand Force being on your right side because I'm right-handed, you know. But this is all about yeah. This is all about lobbing off heads. I've cut down trees with all these axes, guys. I went through a phase there. Oh, I don't know. And guys, this sheath is just unbelievable. I went through a phase there. I probably put out about 4 or 5 videos in a row of me just cutting down trees with axes. I don't know where the idea. I think we were talking about it one time in a live stream, and it's just a different experience. The tree itself, to take it down, is quite fast. Obviously not as fast as a chainsaw, but it is quite fast. But the snedding of the tree is fast as well. But when it comes to processing it into any sort of firewood lengths or anything like that, Jesus, boy, you be at it for ages. Good job. Leather work is cool. I do not do it. Do you know what? I have a load of leather here as well. I have a load of 3mm veg tan leather, and I've never made anything with it. I did make an axe sheath once, way back. Yeah, I know, Simon. Hey, you'd fairly make shade of it, wouldn't you? Yeah, but where was I now? Guys, that double bit axe. That double. Hey, listen, Killinger does it. Have a look at Killinger stuff. I think it's the Reaver Cleaver. Like it's like 7 foot long, and your man's like cutting big blocks of wood off it. Is that the one that from Silent Hill? Is that one? Is that it? The double bit axe came to me via a friend. A guy who has a channel called Carhartt Outdoors. I don't think he uploads anymore. I actually haven't. I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking for a double bit axe because they are like hen's teeth here. You don't get them in Ireland. People import them and stuff. And this guy said to me, he said, "Listen, I was at a garage sale, and there was a guy there selling axe heads, and I bought a double bit axe head off him. Would you like to have it? It cost me $5. You can have it if you pay for the shipping from the States." So I paid for the shipping from the States, which cost a grand total of $55. $55 to post it from the States. And it took 3 months to get here. 3 months with UPS. Oh, I do know Zombie Tools. I have heard of them before. Have a look at Killinger stuff. Killinger makes some class stuff with leather. And I think that a lot of the principles that you use are similar. It's just the design that changes. Do not quote me on that. And I think a lot of the tools are the same as well. So your punches and all that there stuff. And so he makes some really class stuff. It's really just really, really nice. You know, it's really, really well made, simple. You know, and you know, I know a fair few people into leather work and stuff here as well. I nearly said leather. That's different, isn't it? If you're into leather, it's different than being into leather working. So, but my favorite axe. This is the thing. Killinger's cool. Killinger used to make stuff. I think he told me for the Pathfinder school. He either made knives or he made knife sheets for the Pathfinder school. For any of you guys that are into bushcraft, I've heard of David Canterbury and the Pathfinder school. He is like one of the biggest bushcrafters in the States. You know, the biggest, most well known. He was on that. He used to be on that program Dewalt Survival as well. So I think Killinger used to work for him. A man of many talents, many talents. So, favorite axe, guys. Favorite axe. Favorite axe has to be the one that I use the most. And good man, Peppy. Love it. Storing up the ice cream bike. Waiting for the ice cream apocalypse of 2022. I love it. Always thinking ahead. Always thinking ahead. I'm good. How are you? I had ice cream today. It was mint chocolate chip. That is my favorite ice cream. Favorite. So, what was I going to say? Favorite axe. Favorite axe. The Buchan Special has a very close to my heart. It is the ice cream apocalypse. The Buchan Special is definitely up there, right? You see, those two axes are on my wall right here, just right above me. And this is my office, right? So my big wall planner's up there of all the different groups coming in and out of Red Branch, and all my video schedules and stuff like that, and all my videos uploaded. And here, speaking of this, I have videos on Red Branch Bushcraft as of today. My next Red Branch video that I edit and upload will be released on the 3rd of July. 3rd of July. So I'm nearly 2 months ahead. 2 months ahead. It's crazy. It's just crazy the way it's working this year. And I am way behind on Woolys World videos. Way behind. But hopefully I'll be able to get out and get some firewood and get this. It's just it seems to be a tale of two channels at the minute. That I know that doesn't make sense because I have two channels, but that's what it feels like. It's like one is going like this and the other one is slowly starting to go like this, and that's Woolys World is starting to go like this. But I think maybe it's the time of year. Maybe you guys that have channels that upload stuff, are you noticing an issue with your views? That's something that you should always be looking out for, guys, is seasonal awareness. You know, coming at the end of the summer, start banging out those firewood videos, collecting firewood and stuff like that, because people will be interested in that stuff and they'll be watching it. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Axes. The Buchan Special and the double bit axe. Well, the Buchan Special came from Buchan. Obviously, it was a gift from Buchan. So it's like, you know, and I'd never got anything off a YouTuber before. You know, I have it a long time. I must have it 6 years. So I remember, you know, and I think Buchan was going for 10,000 subs or something like that. And he did a competition to see who who could bring him in the most amount of subscribers. So what you had to do was you had to share his videos and share his stuff. And listen, this is how long ago it is. You know how he's not into that sort of stuff. You had to share his channel and get as many subscribers. And those subscribers had to comment, Wooly sent me, or Peppy sent me, or BFP sent me, right, to be counted. So I won. That's where the Bucking Special came. I won. I really don't know how long ago that is. It's a long time. A long, long time. Like, I'm in this house 3 years, and I had it in the other house. Guys, it could be 5, 6 years ago. Is it 5, 6 years ago? Could be 5 years ago anyway. 5 years ago. That's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But, you know, and the Hunter for splitting maul. Oh, I love that. Love it. What did we call it? Did we call it Ash? Did we call it Ash? Do you remember? We had a naming contest for it as well. What was it? We called it, was something after the Evil Dead. He stopped taking orders. Does he not take orders for axes anymore? I haven't watched any of his videos in ages. I watched a load of his chainsaw videos recently, but and I was playing catch up. But this time of year, I'm too much outside. You know, it's for me, binge watching YouTube is a winter thing. You know, I didn't realize he wasn't taking orders for axes anymore. Jesus, he must have had so many orders. It's crazy. He puts out a serious amount of content as well, you know, and all the time he's working. No. Is it Ash Williams? What? I don't think it was Ash. Bruce Campbell. Yeah. I can't remember. It was definitely something to do with the Evil Dead. I can't remember if it was Ash. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense that it would be Ash, but it doesn't make sense in my brain that it is Ash. So I am not sure. Who won that? It wasn't Peppy. Peppy didn't. No, that wasn't Peppy that won. That was the other guy that you don't see here anymore. Nice. Well, Siobhan bought me the Hultifers for my birthday. So she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said I want a splitting maul and I want a really nice one. Get me a Hultifer splitting sledge. Watershed Outlook. Thank you very much. Take it easy. Oh, excuse me. Good man. Turtle Wolfpack. How's it going, buddy? You're very welcome. We are talking about axes. Axes. And we have been talking about axes for 43 minutes. I wrote a list. I wrote out the alphabet to run through. A for axe, B for boots, C for chainsaws, and we have made it as far as axe. We tried to make it the boots, but we got dragged back to axes. Not kicking and screaming, we went gladly, and that is a good thing. So we were talking about favorites. We were actually talking about my favorites, and I had a couple of axes out there. So the rest of my axes are in the shed. So at the minute, I have 1, 2. I'm going to say between 8 and 10 axes, roughly. It's not a big collection by any standards, and the majority of them are either wall hangers or there's 2 wall hangers, and the rest are absolutely abused. There's except for the Hultifers, except for this one. This is my bushcraft axe. So basically, around the house axe. You know, somebody's coming in through the front door that shouldn't be coming in through the front door. This is my axe. So because it's small, you can swing it in confined spaces. This is like it's not my tactical axe, but it's like my room clearing axe. So when you absolutely positively have to kill every last mother in the room except no substitute, hold the first. Hold the first. Yeah, no, I have a couple up here that I don't use. I do use them. I have cut down trees with them and stuff like that. I've done videos on them as well. So, but they don't go out into the shed. They sit up here on my wall, and every so often I take them out. Generally, just batter something and cut lumps of something with them. They are one of those things, you know. They really, really are. There's certain things that I feel that we have more of a connection to. Fire is one of them. I think that there is a mythological connection between mankind and fire. I was just talking about this to somebody today. You know, there is something in fire, you know, that appeals to us, that calms us, you know, sitting around a campfire, you know, doing all these things. Like I teach fire lighting to kids of all ages, and it is a special thing. It is a special thing. Like, and it is something that they will remember all their life, right? It is just really, but you see it in their eyes. You see it in their eyes, especially when you get to the more primitive stuff, like flint and steel and bow drill and stuff. You just see this. They're like, wow, you know, even though they're not saying it. But I feel that, you see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Our first cutting tool, axes and knives. Okay, axes and knives. You know, flint. You know, all the different obsidian, all these different things that they found, and they realized they could cut stuff with. You know, and I think that there is a connection between us and them. You know, the brutal simplicity of an axe. It works. It really works. It has worked for thousands of years. You know, there's not a lot has changed in it. You know, you know, since we discovered how to make metal and stuff like that, it has pretty much stayed the same. You know, this is the thing. You pick up that bluegrass axe head is probably 100 years old. You know, so sorry, I'm reading back. By law, Simon, by law. But I was kayaking the other day down in the river with the kids, and Siobhan cooked the barbecue. But I went camping last weekend, guys. Oh, I went camping last Saturday night, and I had my firebox stove. I like firebox stoves. I don't know if any of you guys watch my other channel, Red Branch Bushcraft. But I do a lot of firebox stove videos and that. But Steve was nice enough to send me some stoves for free, so I used them on the channel. They work really well. If they didn't work really well, I wouldn't use them on the channel. But the new stove is a barbecue. It's a fire pit, and it folds up into a little small stove as well. I cooked the barbecue for myself. Me and the dogs went camping. Me and Bruno and Cooter went camping down at the river. And I cooked baked potatoes and steak on the barbecue, and it was, oh my God, it was delicious. It was so nice. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And it was medium rare as well. It was just fantastic, absolutely brilliant. But so I suppose it was okay, and that was like a real man barbecue, you know, sitting down by the river. I was fishing and everything, all that cool stuff. Didn't catch a fish, not even a bite, but it didn't matter one bit whatsoever. It was class, absolutely class. But we were getting distracted from the axes. Do you want to stick on axes, guys, or do you want to move on quickly to something else? So here is a question. I'm going to stick with axes for a minute. Here is a question, right? Yeah. You got it, buddy. You got it. What? Right. Okay. So listen, Wolfpack, what we did was we were talking about about the amount of people that use splitters, wood splitters, versus the amount of people, like a hydraulic wood splitter, versus the amount of people that use axes, right? So a lot more people we find use axes than use wood splitters for various reasons, right? Absolutely. Randomness is key. It is various reasons. So what axe do you prefer? This is what I know it's not very random, but this is random. I watched Buchan split wood with a double bit axe, and I went, no way. He is splitting some of the straightest grain wood I've ever seen in my life. There is no way you can split wood with a double bit axe. It's just, it's not wide enough. It's, you know, there's not enough of this. There's not enough of that. Okay, so I went out and I tried it. My God, you can split some wood with a double bit axe. You know, so unless you are splitting really, really knotty stuff, is an axe better than a maul? Huzzah! There's the cat among the pigeons right there. Is an axe better than a maul? Doug Fir does split well, you see. But we don't get a lot of wood that splits very easy. It depends on where the wood is. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I need to be careful what I say in these things. I have to say that when I went through my phase of testing and I was using the double bit and splitting all different types of wood, it was really good at splitting. It was really, really good until it didn't split. So if you had a piece of wood that it couldn't split, it was a disaster, right? But Andrew, how's it going? Okay. So you guys would all go for your axes first. That is very interesting. I don't have a lot of axes, you see. Well, I do, but I don't have a lot of axes that would be in that splitter range, as in that length and you know, with that weight and stuff. Really, 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 really. I must see if I can get a nice axe and test it out. I might get on to Roddy actually. Roddy makes some nice little axes. I might see if Roddy can get me a nice axe. I know he buys heads and he handles them and stuff. So I might give Roddy a shout and get him to ship something over to me. Rocking a sock, boy. Get a rake of cans in a pillowcase. You guys have a bit of a storm over there. It has been windy here, but nothing serious. I can't believe that. The S28 is nice. It does split well. I find yeah, something I remember. If you guys go back to the couple of big videos I did where I was cutting the huge big wood with the 181 SE, and then I tried to split the wood. Oh my God, my heart was broke. It was a disaster. I must go back to that yard and cut up some more wood. Snow. You have snow. What's the Swiss branded one? Oh, okay. That's what the Husqvarna S2800 is like that. It's balanced the swing. It just swings so well, so nice. It's like when you pick it up, it just wants to go into the wood. It works really well. I would like it with a slightly longer handle, but it is definitely a capable axe. Excuse me, guys, it's getting late for me here. I can feel that day on me. I'm feeling tired. So axes. Well, do you know what we're going to have to do, guys? We're going to have to put a pin in this because this is really a really interesting conversation. And I tell you what, is that next is going to be chainsaws. What I think I should do is firewood tools, and we'll start at the top and we'll work our way down. Yeah, that's what it is. The Hultifers is a 28-inch handle, but the Husqvarna is a 28-inch handle, but the Hultifers is a 30. Sorry, and I would have said it was much longer. Only I was talking to Buchan about axes one day, and he was going, "That Hultifers you use, that's a 32-inch handle," and I was going, "Yeah, it seems about right, about 32-inch, because I'm only a 28-inch leg. Do you know what I mean? Inside leg measurement." So I was out doing something. I was going, I wonder is that a 32-inch handle? And I measured it, and it's only 30 inches, right? So it's only 2 inches shorter than the Husqvarna, but the Husqvarna feels like such a smaller axe. Yeah. I agree with all that. You know, BFP, Simon, yes, I agree with that. They need an S3000 and it needs to be longer. It needs to be a 30-inch handle. That would be a class axe. Class. So, you see, I'm only 5'7", BFP, and I like the 30-inch handle. I think it's, you know, listen, I know very little. I'm just making this stuff up as I go along, Chippy. Jesus, man, come on. Have a bit of faith in Woolys' ability to bluff anything. Come on. It's, yeah, some people get into this stuff. Like I was on that Axe Fanatics YouTube or Facebook channel for a while, and or Facebook group for a while, and it is, those people are into axes. Genie Mac. It's crazy. Crazy. Guys, listen, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. I have to say, it is great to have people with a shared interest in brutal instruments of destruction, axes, knives, all those different things. Yeah, well, you see, the thing is that this is what I was trying to explain to Buchan about the handle length and stuff. So in Ireland, a lot of people would have played a game that we call hurling, right? So, and you play it with a stick, right? A piece of ash. And when you're playing, you're measured. You measure the size of the hurl from your waist, right? Stephen, how's it going, buddy? You measure it from the height of your waist, right? Because you swing this and you hit a ball on a field, so it has to be the right height so that you can hit the ball consistently and not just bury it into the ground and bust your arms up. So something that suits this, that something that is similar to the size of the hurl that I would have used growing up has always suited me better, because that's the thing, that's the length of a thing that you're used to swinging. Does that make sense? If you guys don't know what hurling is, you really should Google it. Let me see if I can get you something to watch. It's a pity you couldn't share a screen. It would be great to watch this in front of you guys. Guys, if you don't know what hurling is, Aaron, camp is on tomorrow. Guys, hurling it's one of these Irish sports. They're all amateur sports, but they are played at an absolute professional level in front of OBS. What's OBS? Aaron, tell me about that tomorrow. And no, we are not getting a Discord server. So, guys, it is mayhem. It is not. It's. I think it's the fastest outdoor sport in the world. I think that's what it's classed as, and it is absolutely crazy, guys. And it is amazing to watch. Just with these people who are non-professional, professional athletes are just, they're so skillful, guys. I will leave you with that. Click that link and watch that. Talk about Irish sports. Pat, you're here, and we are leaving. Sorry, man. I am literally just about to sign off. Sorry. So what I would say is, guys, let us pick this up next week. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for everybody for talking about the axes. Should we just go to chainsaws next week, or do you want to stop at B? Shall we stop at B? We're looking for firewood tools beginning with the letter B. I did have boots. That's as far as I got. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. Guys, I'll see you in the comments. Get in the comments, any questions, anything you want. Get onto the community section. Let me know. I don't know, Chippy. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll put something up on Wednesday in the community section, and we'll have a chat about it. And we'll see what I can come up with B, or we can move straight to C. But I can't think of any firewood tool that starts with C.